Hello. Welcome back to my channel, Tarot by Tiffany, where I help people figure things out using divination. Hi, I'm Tiffany, and we are going to get into the new moon energies that's happening now. The new moon in Aries was started yesterday, April 11th, and new moons in general are about planting seeds. It's about manifesting, and you see I have my polychrome or desert jasper here from Mooncat Crystals, and it is a stone of manifestation. So, and plus it just feels good. So, plant your seeds in the new moon. Start the foundation for what you want to create. Start your manifestations, and then in the full moon, which will be about 2 weeks later, you're going to hopefully start to see the benefits and reap the harvest of that. So, we're going to talk about now Aries from a zodiac perspective is the youngest sign of the zodiac because it's the first one. And as befits young children, Aries are all about the ego, the id. It's all about me, me, me. Very impulsive. It's a fire sign, so very impulsive, very fiery. Tempers, pop slick at the mouth. Usually, if there's a fight, probably the Aries or a Scorpio started it because that's just how they roll. And it's just nothing negative. It just is what it is. Very dynamic sign. So, go-getters, if you will. Very interesting people. Like I said, I have Aries in my family, and ooh, that's a time. They are personalities. So take that energy and apply it to this new moon, which will last for about 2 weeks. By the way, when you're manifesting and starting things, the new moon energies are strongest during the first week. So you got from like yesterday to like about Saturday to really get things popping, and then the energies wane as we head into the full moon. So that's just an FYI. But for the new moon, I decided to use the Tarot of Dreams because, hey, manifestation, dreaming, all that. And I'm going to pull an oracle with my mystical Lenormand, which I haven't, it's a very different system, but it's excellent for timing. I've had several instances where I've just pulled the card asking when a package is going to get here, and it's pretty much on point. So, all right, so I did a pre-shuffle because you have better things to do than to watch me shuffle the cards. So let's see what our new moon energies are for the collective for April 11th. And I'm just going to pull 9 cards. Man, this desk really isn't meant. I got an L-shaped desk. Probably should have got a regular desk, but whatever. Okay, let's see what we got. First thing I pulled was Queen of Swords. Okay, the Queen of Swords. She is about logic. She is about truth. She is about handling her business. She ain't got time for emotion. She's a very good businesswoman because of that. She makes her decisions based on logic. But you see, she holds the Sword of Truth, which can be found in the Ace of Swords. And she will lop your head off if you get in her face with some mess. So that's a good energy to have, in a new moon. You want that no nonsense. Let's go. Let's get it done. The Empress. Love this card. This is the Empress. This is about growth, fertility, abundance. If you're trying to get pregnant, it could be a literal thing. But next to this card, it makes me wonder if you're trying to get pregnant, you may need some sort of surgical procedure. Or if you're already pregnant, you may need a C-section. Let's not wish that on anybody, but that's just an FYI. But on its own, it's about, if you've been planting seeds before, you're about to see that harvest. You're about to, and it may not mean like literal having a baby kind of fertility. It could be just your goals are coming to fruition. You're, something you've wanted to achieve for a long time. You're finally getting there. You're finally, becoming who you want to be. Again, good energy to have on a new moon. The Ten of Cups. Okay. Cyril Marchetti is like a beautiful, his artistry is just lovely. I love his decks. This is a card of, emotional fulfillment. And when I'm looking at these are just the first 3 cards I've pulled, and you're looking at them together, and it's like You know, your no-nonsense approach is bringing things to fruition and is making you very happy. This is also a family card, you know, so again, if we go with the, you know, when I was saying someone may need a surgical procedure with regards to fertility or pregnancy, it's going to end up very good. So, yay. Happy for you. Next card, Four of Wands. This is a card of home, celebration, and also just energetic stability. This is where you get, okay, I've been hustling, I've achieved some stuff. Achievement, harvest. You know, I've achieved it. Okay, now I can stop and rest for a minute and just assess where I've been, where I'm at, and where I want to go. You're not meant to stay in a four, any kind of four. Four of Wands, Four of Cups, Four of Swords, Four of Coins. You're not meant to stay there. It's just a temporary resting spot. But you do need to rest and replenish yourself. And because this is a Wands card, this is energy. So like I said, you may have been grinding, you know, hustling, flowing, and you made some things happen, but now you need to just kind of, you know, take a break, you know, and take care of yourself so that you can push on and get to the rest of it. So this could be even, you know, you could find yourself moving to a new place. You could be renovating your new place. You can just, this is a card of, or celebrating the achievements that you've, hey, all these that you've happened, you know, to have come across. Four of Coins. Okay, this card traditionally is about the miser, you know, somebody hoarding their resources, you know, keeping it away from other people. But next to this Four of Wands, this reiterates the whole rest thing. Remember, it's not just about money, it's about resources. And you cannot pour from an empty cup. So if you, again, you've been hustling, grinding, now it's a time to rest, pull back, you know, cancel some engagements. You know, maybe you have to, even though you may not want to do it, you know, you can't take on, no, you can't help somebody right now, you know, not just monetarily, but energetically. No, you can't sit in on this committee. No, you can't volunteer for X. No, you can't, you know, show up for Y. Because right now it's about you need to take care of yourself because you're getting ready to go into another big phase. And if you don't have the energy, it's not going to turn out the way you want it to. Seven of Cups. You got some choices going on here. And I call this the ADHD card because it's kind of like, ooh, shiny. Oh, ooh, okay. I like that. But, oh, look over there. So this is about choices and a lot of them. So while you're resting, you may have a bunch of things that you want, you know, that are presented to you or that you want to do. And take your time in selecting, you know, choose wisely. Three of Coins. This is the artisan card. This is that person, you know, who is making custom things or, you know, artisan, bespoke things, you know, for patrons. So in this is you. Like I said, you got to get your energy up because you're going to be back in the forge, pushing stuff out. You could probably might be collaborating. You know, it's three people, you know, three coins there. So you could be collaborating with other people to get something, you know, done. You know, I mean, I think of like, you know, music, you know, you have, you know, a couple of artists teaming up to do a song, you know, something like that. Or, you know, maybe you have a company getting a specially designed t-shirt, you know, for an event, you know, things like that. So this is a collaboration card that's coming up. It's going to be lucrative too. Hello, the sun. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Let me see my sun necklace. Thank you, Majuri. This is a card about success. It means success, abundance. And depending on surrounding cards, it could mean fertility. And with this Empress popping up, hey, might be some kids popping in. So if you want them, great. And if you don't want them, please use protection. But this is whatever you're about to pop off, all these options that you need to rest for. It's going to be good. You know, you're just going to like rule stuff and rule it in a good way. And this is great. So, final card I'm pulling is the Eight of Swords. That's interesting because, okay, yeah, she's got like a bunch of swords, you know, poking her in the butt. But this is a card of with all your success, don't get stuck or trapped or thinking that you have to keep doing things a certain way in order to sustain that success. When I see something like this, I think of in the entertainment industry, especially in movies, you may have heard of the term being typecast, and that's someone where they do one type of role and then they keep getting cast in similar roles in different movies. And this is a card like don't get typecast, don't get stuck. And when I'm thinking this, I'm thinking like this artisan card, like, okay, say you're a musician, you're a singer or a rapper or whatever, and you put out a certain kind of song and it's a big hit. Well, just because that song is a big hit doesn't mean you have to keep putting out songs exactly like that. Even though, the music industry is like the movie industry, they only go for success. So if that means replicating things, the same things, because it shows that makes money, so be it. Creativity went out the window like a long time ago. So don't get stuck thinking that that's what you have to do. Be creative, be you. You're an artisan, you're an artist. You don't have a limited palette, you have a range. So show that range. You have options. Show those options. What's meant for you will not pass you by, and the audience that will rock for you in the big mainstream hit will rock for you with the indie hits. So don't think that you're limited. And this is a mental card too. It's also like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Don't think that you're limited to, don't limit yourself, because you have so much to offer, and you are not one-dimensional. You're like a multi-dimensional, being, artist, whatever. So showcase that range. It's going to be good for you. Card we're pulling, hey, the Fox. Now, the Fox is very interesting in Lenormand because people think fox, crazy like a fox or sneaky like a fox. Foxes are sneaky, but the term crazy like a fox means that there is a method to what is perceived as madness. And foxes are actually very family oriented. They do what they have to do to take care of their family. So this is something to think about. You do what you need to do to take care of you. And the fox really isn't that bad. You're just misunderstood, and you could also be misunderstood. So, again, don't limit yourself with false beliefs. This card also in Lenormand, in a traditional Lenormand, can indicate some sort of employment, but it's more of a 9-to-5 employment, not an entrepreneur or, self-employed person. So, somebody, if you've been applying for jobs, might come out, you might get the job you want. And with all these cards coming up, you've got 1, 2, 3 earth cards. So I'm getting this, it's going to be pretty, that's like 1/3 of the reading. So it's going to be pretty lucrative. We got a pretty balanced reading here. We got earth, fire, earth, wind, fire, and water. So yeah, that's good. So those are your new moon energies. If you have any comments, drop them below. Please hit subscribe, tell a friend or 3. And if you want a private reading, check me out, tarotbytiffany.com. I will take care of you. And I am about to launch my Patreon site where we will get into weekly messages. I'm doing new moon messages for each sign, love messages. And it's quite affordable. I mean, it's the cost of maybe a latte at Starbucks, or macchiato, or whatever, a grande at that. So it's really not that expensive. Rock with me every month. Get a lot of exclusive content, including some upcoming special merchandise for clients that is custom made for Tarot by Tiffany and cannot be found anywhere else. So you might want to get in on that. Anyway, this is Tarot by Tiffany. Thanks for rocking with me. See you later.